Merry Christmas, citizens of the verse. I am here streaming. I've been doing some cargo hauling here. And so I figured, hey, maybe people will be interested in how to make 1 million alpha UEC. So that's what I've been doing, is I've just been going back and forth between Levski and Port Olisar. Got my freelancer, and finally I can now get a full load of laranite. Laranite, yep, that's what it is. And haul that. So I've been about doubling, so I should have about 600,000 alpha UEC after this particular run. I've been selling it for about 70,000. So far it's been performing really well, knock on wood, because right now the biggest enemy to cargo hauling is the disconnect. See, I have not had any problems with pirates. I haven't had any problems with griefers. I haven't had any problems really, except one time I did get disconnected. That was back when I have a Reliant core also, and I was hauling cargo with that. I got disconnected, and all the cargo I was hauling is gone. So basically, if I get disconnected while doing this particular run, I'm going to lose all but 40,000 alpha UEC. Started with about 340,000. Now I got the cargo all loaded up, and I will show you that back here. Like I said, I started with a Reliant core. That's odd. Oh, there it is. Didn't want to appear until I got into the ship. But here we are, full load of cargo on the cargo bay, and somehow magically they were able to get these cargo crates that do not look like they will fit through the doors into this area. Maybe they got through there, I don't know. But yeah, so far the game today has been pretty stable. Again, I gotta knock on wood, don't want to jinx that. So first things first, what I like to do is I will go ahead and set my destination, which in this case is going to be Port Olisar, because Port Olisar purchases laranite for about 70,000 or 70 aUEC per load. And then I'm going to contact the Levski landing control, say, hey, open up the door please.
All right, your ship's all ready for you.
Not sure how the ship just kind of cocked to the side like that, but
landing gear up.
so there we go. This will probably be the last Levski to Port Olisar run I'll do, just for the sake of keeping it interesting and not doing the same thing over and over. I'll probably make a run to Yela, make a run to Delamar, and we'll just keep hauling this stuff until we have 1 million alpha UEC, and then after that I'll probably go do something else, try some missions. But right now there is no, if you're interested in just making alpha UEC, there is absolutely no point to doing missions, because right now the money is most definitely in cargo hauling. Missions get you 100, maybe a couple hundred alpha UEC at a pop. But even with my Reliant core, which can only take 4 crates at a time, I was able to make well over 10,000 alpha UEC per run. So let's get ourselves pointed at Port Olisar. And away we go. Haven't seen much in the way of other players. Seen them here and there, but mainly for what I've been doing, just going back and forth. Haven't had any problems today. A couple times I've gotten pulled out of quantum travel, but it's not really an issue. I can just get going again. Continue on trucking. Just continue on. No, it's keep on trucking. That's what it is. That's the official vernacular. A couple little hiccups here and there, like sometimes the throttle doesn't like to set itself all the way to 0 for some reason. Also, there's a Hornet that's just kind of hovering by the landing pad it usually likes to set me at. And for some reason, when you get into the armistice zone, it likes to set your throttle to 50 automatically, which is kind of annoying.
Landing gear down.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Looks like it's landing me on this strut this time, which is nice. There's a Hornet just out there hovering. I tried to get into it just so to see if I could just move it to a less inconvenient location. But since ship's lock now, I wasn't able to do that, so I guess that's a good thing. Because I've been pretty good about remembering to lock my doors so that I don't get a ship stolen.
Landing successful.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Thud. Sometimes the ship likes to do weird things when I land. Just power it off and it'll just go right back down. So now that I've landed, I'm not too worried because even if I get a disconnect now, it's going to register that my ship is here. So I will still be able to get my cargo. Getting out has been a little, there we go, iffy from time to time. But I've actually not done a single mission yet. Now I didn't buy the, well I did, but I didn't buy the Freelancer today. I had a Hornet already, and I upgraded it to a Freelancer, but since the Freelancer costs exactly the same as the Hornet I got the upgrade for free, so I upgraded from a fighter, which in this alpha is not going to do me much at all because I'll barely be able to make any profit with it, to a freighter where I am making money hand over fist. So unfortunately that probably means that they're going to heavily nerf cargo, or maybe they'll buff doing actual missions. But here we are. Let's go ahead and sell the stuff now. So I'm getting 72. The other night it was bugged. Something was weird. At here at Port Olisar, you could buy Laranite for I think 36 Alpha UEC, and you could haul it to Levski where you could sell it for 140. So I only had the Reliant at that time, so I wasn't able to really take advantage of that. But now we'll sell this. So I started with just a hair under 300. Now I'm selling it for 478,000. And there we are, 500,000. So we're halfway there. So this time let's go to, I'll try going to Yela and see what they got there. Usually you can go to like little mining outposts. They'll have a little kiosk in there. You can load your ship up. Now in Delamar, some of them are armistice zones where it's landing in the landing zone. So pay attention whether or not the zone you're landing in is an armistice zone. Some of them are not. And so if I see a ship and it's not an armistice zone, I'm just not going to risk going there. At least not now. I mean, well, now even if I completely load my ship up, I'll still have a buffer where I can't afford to lose a load now, and it won't be setting me back to 0. Getting set back to 0 would be really bad because you have to start with the cheap cargo again and work your way up, and that takes time. But I mean, just like I was playing for a few hours last night, been playing a few hours today. Come on, enter ship. Playing for a few hours today. I'm up to 500,000 Alpha UEC, more than enough to buy any armor set or weapon that I'd like to have. Unfortunately, they don't have upgrades for this ship. All the upgrades at Dumper's Depot are size 1 items, and this ship takes size 2. And I tried to upgrade through the rec store, or the rental arena credit store, and did not have any luck because I purchased some weapons there, but they're not showing up. So I don't know if that's a bug or if they've nixed that and you can only use it in Arena Commander, but I couldn't load it in Arena Commander either. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
Hello. How can MISC help you today? Systems on. Launch sequence complete. Shields charge complete. Landing gear up.
Alright, so here we go. We'll go off to Yela, find a little outpost there, and we'll do a cargo run for them. Now in Delamar, there's the little hydroponics type thing. I guess it's called Bountiful Basket or something like that. But they'll produce food so you can haul food back to Port Olisar. Unfortunately, there's not really, unless there's a bug going on like last night, there's not really anything you can haul from Port Olisar to make a profit. So it's unfortunate because one way you kind of just have to go empty. So let's see, there's a mining outpost, ArcCorp mining area, some emergency shelters. Which one's closer, the ArcCorp or Benson? Benson's on the other side. Looks like ArcCorp probably is also, but they're a little closer, so we'll go ahead and check them out.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Dickens, Benson mining. I was going to ArcCorp one. Where is it? There it is. ArcCorp mining area 157. Now, if I go to this, it's 300 away, 80 away. So it'd probably be a wash if I go to that orbital marker there. So I'll just go VFR direct to the ArcCorp mining area. Now the thing is, it is a little quicker to go to Levski, because Levski is on that really small, almost asteroid, but I mean it's a moon, but it's a really small one, so it's really quick to get into Levski. It's a armistice zone. You just get in, go to their kiosk, load up on stuff, get out. Some of these mining areas, they have a limited supply, and so if you have a ship with a large cargo capacity like a freelancer, you may not be able to get a full load. So we'll see how the ArcCorp mining area does for us, and then we'll take that right back to Port Olisar. And haven't gone to Selen very much. I'll have to go to Selen. Selen? Kellen? It seems like not even the developers who work on the game really know how some of these places are pronounced. You'll hear them say Yela or Yella. I don't think they've decided what the official pronunciation of a lot of these things are. But I'm actually fairly impressed. I'm not sure what changed, because in the PTU Alpha 3.0, the latest version, the same version that the live version was, in the PTU, there was a lot of things weren't working. The mobiGlas was being very buggy, purchasing was being very buggy, and then they released it to live and everything started working. So I don't know if the live servers are better than the PTU server. I'm not sure what the difference is there. And I just realized that I should probably go ahead and pull the stream up on my phone so that I can monitor the chat. I guess it would be nice if I did that so I could welcome people in, respond to questions, or get rid of any spam if stuff like that happens. I see there's at least 2 other people watching right now. It sounds like I'm not a chipmunk, which is good. There we go. So yeah, if you want to make money quick, Levski's the place to go. But we'll check out some of these other areas here, see what they got. Because as I've been doing runs, I've been noticing the prices at Levski are going up gradually, and the prices at Port Olisar are gradually going down for what I've been hauling. So it looks like the economy is being dynamic in that respect, that the more I'm hauling, the more prices start to equalize. So I'll need to find something else to haul that has a high profit margin. I do have I've made notes here of what things cost, at least at Levski and Port Olisar, so I have an idea of what the prices look like in general. Which is nice. I mean, it's a nice blast of the past, because I remember doing the exact same thing in Privateer. I'd take notes on, all right, how much does stuff cost here, how much does stuff cost there, and that's how I would just make a little bit of a profit hauling cargo in between missions. Now let's see here. As I look at that marker, I need to take note of if it looks like it's moving in relation to the ground, because right now you have to pay attention to really know if something is on your side of the planet or the other side, or the moon, I should say. This looks like it is moving in relation to the ground, so this is on the side of the moon that I am on. I noticed that it seems to be a bit quicker to just kind of stay up in space at secondary afterburner speed and just approach it from the top, and that way it's a lot quicker than going at a shallower angle. Maybe a bit less realistic. I would kind of like it if they introduced in the game something, or a mechanic, where if you came in too steep, then you might have some issues doing an atmospheric entry. Of course, on a moon like this, it doesn't really have much of an atmosphere. It wouldn't be that huge a deal. And I'm coming in upside down because there is that rendering glitch with the radar right now. It will appear very bright, and as you can see there, it appears very bright when it's actually over a planet. It makes it really hard to see what you're doing in the landing area, so hopefully they get that fixed sooner rather than later. As I approach here, when I get about 10 kilometers out, I'll be able to start noticing on the radar if there is other ships there. If there are other ships there, I'm probably going to take a pass at it, unless I get close and notice it's an armistice zone. So if there are other players there, I'll get close If Armistice Zone thing pops up, then I'll go ahead and land. If it doesn't pop up, then I'm not going to take that risk. For now, at least. Looks like there are no other ships in the area, so we should be safe as long as no one comes in behind us. I see 2 landing areas now, and one of these actually got a crime stat, even though there is no air traffic control available.
Landing gear down.
And I think even a little landing pillar popped up, and I still got a hit on a crime stat. I don't like approaching at this angle, but because of the whole radar issue. Now let's see here. I notice a lot of these places will have multiple habitations. The one with the cargo containers around it tends to be the one that actually has the cargo kiosk in it. We'll see if they give me a crime stat for landing here or not.
Landing successful.
And it's going to do that again.
Launch sequence complete. Landing successful.
There we go. Oh, alright. Just power off. Thud. There we go. Let's see, I am in an armistice zone, so I should be relatively safe here. Now, there is a bug I've noticed. The other day I was at one of these areas and I spawned a Grey Cat buggy, which is, I think this is a subscriber ship this month. It's basically a dune buggy, doesn't have any cargo or anything, but I was playing around in that and my ship despawned. Didn't get destroyed, it just despawned. And they have ship spawn terminals here, but they only spawn ground vehicles. So hopefully that gets fixed, because it wouldn't make sense that they're going to despawn your ship here and not allow you to spawn a new ship. So here we are. There's a guy manning it for some sort of missions. Haven't used him yet. I just go right to the kiosk here. So let's see what they got. Hey, nice cheap Laranite. Alright. We are going to go ahead and just load up on this, because this is... now see, here's what I was talking about. I have 500,000 alpha UEC, but I'm only getting about 20,000 worth because, well, they don't have a lot. So I'm going to purchase as much as I can, and I'm probably just going to clean them out for everything they have here. So I know I'll go to the next more expensive thing. So barrel. There we go. There's 40 SCUs. Barrel sells for 15 alpha UEC on port LSR, so I will purchase that. Let's see. It looks like fluorine sells for 8-ish on port LSR, so. And the next most profitable, all these things that are like really cheap, there's really not much point in hauling them unless you just don't have the money to load up on all the more expensive stuff. Let's try purchasing titanium. Alright, so I got everything quartz. I'm probably running out of... Yep, looks like I'm finally out of cargo space. So I got a nice full load now. Now we'll go ahead and take it back up to Port Olisar. And we will make a lot more in Alpha UEC than if we did just doing some sort of a mission or something like that. I'll come in through the back here so that we can see all of our wonderful cargo boxes. Looks like there's a bug where if you're outside the ship, the cargo doesn't show up, but as soon as you get inside, there it all is. So we got, looks like that's our quartz. That's one of the gases we got. Looks like they don't have hazmat stickers on the side or anything like that to tell us what they are from the side. You can only tell from the ends. Crystalline materials. A few compressed gas cylinders up there. Alright, so we'll see if we break 600,000 credits on this run here. Let's go ahead and select Port Olisar.
Hello, how can MISC help you today? Systems on. Launch sequence complete.
And away we go.
Landing gear up.
There's Port Olisar. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go as straight up as I can, because the quicker I get out of the atmosphere, the quicker we can go on our way. Whereas if I just fly straight there, we'll spend more time in the atmosphere. Actually, it looks like I'm getting up pretty quick. But still, it won't let us quantum travel while we are, well, it's registering us in the atmosphere, so we just gotta fly up, get completely out of the atmosphere, and then we'll be on our way. See how with the next release, hopefully they're not going to take away all the Alpha UEC, because I've made a lot. But I guess it would make sense if they do, if they do a rebalancing. It's a lot quicker to get out of the atmosphere. Go back to Port Olisar. Yeah, they definitely need to buff up the missions.
Quantum travel complete.
Alright, now it's sometimes difficult to figure out how I'm oriented here. Looks like I'm below the landing pads. There we go. Now, and there's a bug right now where, there we go. Sometimes it doesn't want to set your speed to 0. I'm not sure if it's a dual stick thing contact landing control.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I don't know why they say landing bay. They only give you pads here, but okay.
Landing gear down.
There we go. And there's my pad.
Landing successful.
And here we are.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
So let's see how much we made. Imagine we should be close to the 600,000 mark. But really, once you can afford it, only the highest price commodities you can get is the way to maximize profits.
Welcome to the Port Olisar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
Let's see here. Let me sell this real quick. Hey, no problem, Steve B41. It's glad you find it helpful, but yeah, it's nice that you can actually, because the PTU is getting a little boring because you couldn't really make any sort of profit. So you could do the cargo, but you didn't have the reward of having actually accomplished something. So let's see, for the barrel, we're making 46,000 alpha UEC. I should have wrote down how much we bought it for, but the fluorine, some pocket change there. Titanium, 5,000. And here's our big cash in. Only 43. It's unfortunate they didn't have a lot. When I go to Levski, you can actually max out on it. So it looks like I did not break 600,000 on that. I only made about, I think I was just over, what, 500,000? So looks like I only made 72,000 on that. But it was more interesting than just going back and forth to Levski.
Welcome to the Port Olisar ship deck. Please press the screen.
Now, I have not done much at all at selling, so we will go there. And it'd be nice if there was some place where I could haul stuff from Port Olisar and make a profit. I mean, you'd think that these mining places would need, like, food or something like that. Oops, I think I took the wrong turn here. But I once made the mistake of hauling processed food from Port Olisar somewhere else, and really it seems like for some reason Port Olisar is the main consumer of processed food. I mean, even with the starter ship, I think they do have a little bit of cargo capacity, so you can just do a couple runs of the, I think it's the Laranite there. Is that what it is? Yeah, a couple runs of that, and then you'll have more than enough to buy armor, weapons, and all the little upgrade things that you might want. Whoops, I forgot to turn my light off. There we go. But right now, the biggest threat to cargo runners in the game is not griefers, and it is not pirates or anything like that. Looks like I gotta take a roundabout way to get here. The biggest threat to cargo running right now in the game is the random disconnect. Because if that happens, you can file an insurance claim on your ship, but you're not getting the money from your cargo back, unfortunately. So, if you're like me and I took some risks and put all the alpha UEC I had into a load of cargo, now fortunately I was successful. I got it delivered just fine, but if you do that and you get a disconnect before you can land, then you're going to be out all that money. So right now that is the biggest threat to cargo runners, strangely enough. Let's see what Selene has to offer us cargo runners. Okay, diamonds at Grimhex. Let's see, looks like Port All-Star has them for 37. Yeah, you can make some money doing that. It seems the Laranite at Levski, though, is the biggest prize. I know last run I did, it was selling for 40 and selling for 70. So even though it's not doubling the price, you're still, by and large, making more of a profit. Just because you're, I guess there's more because there's more quantity. Let's see here. I see some farm stuff. See, I should have got some agricultural supplies because I'm curious if some of these need agricultural supplies. I think I took it to one place. It wasn't here, but it was at Delamar, and I didn't really get any sort of profit. Let's see, I see two farms, of course. Why do they always have to be on the far side of the planet? Emergency shelter. Here we are. Here's a mining place. And a research outpost. I don't know what they might produce. I would think they'd be mainly a consumer.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Alright, let's see here. Emergency shelter, hydro farms. Here's mining. It looks like it is on the side of the planet closest to me. So we'll go ahead and go to that. A little risky. Whenever it's dark, I have a bad habit of ramming into the surface of the planet. Fortunately, they got the training rooms on. Or they've got the training wheels on so that you can ram into the planet and not blow up. I imagine they're going to be nerfing that at some point. Well, I guess it's nerfed right now. I guess unnerfing it, making it so that running into a planet at high speeds will be more likely to cause you to explode than just bounce like you do now. heading straight towards this guy, so it should be a fairly quick. Oh, 4% on my phone. There we go. Keep my headlight on, not that the headlight really does anything. It lets you know about a tenth of a second before you're about to run into something that you're going to run into something. They really need to make the lights in the game much more powerful than they are. So let's see, if they're selling for, if diamonds sell for 15 at Grim Hex, and I know that the purchase price at I never get the purchase price, it's a little bit below that. So maybe 30, so make 15 alpha UEC per unit. At 100 units is 1 SCU, so that's what, 1,500, and I have 66 units of cargo, so 10 units would be 15,000 times 6. That'd be about 90,000 UEC profit, a little over 90,000, almost even 100,000. Alright, I better slow down now. I really better slow down now. Oh boy, I'm gonna bounce. Dang it. I came in way too hot. That's why I hate landing at night. I get too much in a hurry and I bounce. So there's the mining outpost. It is not an armistice zone, it seems, but there are no other ships around.
Landing gear down.
So this will be a smaller operation. I doubt I'm gonna fill up my cargo hold here, but we'll see. Just skid in sideways. Call that a successful landing, huh? Come on, open up. Uh-oh, looks like I landed on a rock. That'll make getting back in interesting. Maybe I should make sure that I can get back in before I get a bunch of UEC tied up in this thing. Looks like I should be able to get back in. If I can get the right angle on this thing. Oops. Let's see what that does. I better get back in. I better try this again.
Launch sequence complete. successful.
Crunch. Back door should still be open. A nice thing, even though you can have 50 players per server now, there's so much stuff to do that even with 50 players on a server, you don't run into people very often. Which is good, because it means it shouldn't run into griefers as often. Alright, let's see what they got here. Agricium. What does that sell for? 36. So that's not much profit for that. Astatine, okay. Uh-oh. Well, fortunately I did not have a much tied up in that, because I think I'm about to get that disconnect. And there we go. Let's see if it's a 10,000 error or a 30,000. It's probably a 30,000 error. 30,008. Server rejected the connection because it was not authorized. That usually means I have to just completely restart the game. So we will do that real quick. Fortunately, I do have an SSD, so this will be quick. Yep, Merry Christmas, DJB Cut, and thank you for that. The game just gave me a Christmas wish by crashing out. Well, it didn't crash, it just disconnected me, but still. It did give me something nice in that it waited, it did not do it while I had a whole bunch of money tied up in cargo. But still, I'm going to have to do the insurance claim on it, which is free. It's just going to cost me probably about $5. Well, for a freelancer, it might be even longer to get that. We will see. So as we log in here, we are just shy of 600,000 Alpha UEC, on our way to 1 million. The easy way to get there is just to go from Levski back and forth, but I'm trying some other things here. Just to see what's out there. But it looks like for a freelancer, you're going to have a hard time loading it up completely and making a significant profit. Now, I suppose if I wanted to, I could go back to selling, pick up my freelancer. I just have to leave another ship there behind. I am curious if it's still there. Let's see if it's still there. Because there is some cargo in it.
Welcome to the Port Oligar ship deck.
So let's take out the Reliant. Now, it's strange, I upgraded from a Hornet, and I still have it for some reason. I shouldn't have those ships, but at any rate, Oh, my Reliant is at Levski. Okay. Heck, let's just take the subscriber ship of the month, which is the
Your ship has
Buccaneer.
been delivered to the following landing pad.
That's not clickbait. I will be getting up to 1 million. I'm in the process of that right now. Currently, I have... There's my balance. 500,000, so I'm almost there. See, that's the thing. Is I don't have 1 million yet, but I don't see any reason I shouldn't be able to acquire 1 million within a few hours here. So it's kind of like we're all in this together, working our way up to 1 million, if I can go out the right airlock. But yeah, right now the best way to make money in the game is cargo hauling, if you have a ship that can haul a lot of cargo. But even in my Reliant core, which only has 4 SCU of cargo capacity, I was up to, I think, about 47,000 Alpha UEC, but there was... I don't know if someone was just dropping off a bunch of stuff or if it was a bug, but for some reason, a certain mineral, it was... what was it? Laranite? Laranite was really cheap. It was like about 30 Alpha UEC per unit at Port Olisar. Oh, come on. And it was selling for... What are you doing? It was selling for 140 at Levski. Alright, what should I do? Here we go. Oh, gonna break a leg. No, okay. Let's see if I can go quick enough now to skip the lip. There we go. So let's see if we can get my freelancer back and not have to file an insurance claim. The easiest way is just run cargo back and forth to Levski. It's quick because it's small. You don't have to spend a lot of time in the atmosphere. But since I got plenty of time, I have about 3.5 hours left before I have to get off this. Come on, flight ready. There we are.
Hello and welcome
I should be able to kind of just explore a little bit and still make enough money.
Launch
hopefully.
Complete. Shield system online. Landing gear.
Let's see, I think I had to go this way. And we're going to Cryastro because we can't go to Cellin directly because there's a gas giant in the way.
Quantum drive is now on.
They do need to buff up the quests. The quests can get you a very, very small amount. Like, even if you have a ship that can only take
Drive is now off.
1 SCU of cargo, it makes so much more sense to run cargo right now than it does to do anything else, if you're interested in earning Alpha UEC. Now, if you're interested in just playing the game, then it makes sense to do whatever you want to do. But if you want to get the armor and stuff, do some cargo hauling first, and you will quickly have more than enough money to buy the armor you want, buy the weapons you want, and have plenty left over.
quantum drive is now off.
Alright, thank you, and you enjoy the train ride. It said you were in Switzerland, so that must be a very picturesque and lovely train ride that you're on. Alright, where was I? Tram and Myers, I believe I was at. So we will go to orbital marker 6.
Quantum drive is now on.
And there is a Hornet around Port Olisar that's been there for several hours now. So if my Freelancer is already despawned, I'll call BS on that. Risk doing a exterior shot. Hopefully I won't run into the planet like I did last time, or the moon. I keep calling them planets. Let's see, where is... Oh, that's right, Crusader's not going to be in the shot because it's on the other side. So right now, if anyone's just joining us, we are doing cargo running. I'm just, I had to disconnect, so I'm going back to where I left my Freelancer rather than doing an insurance claim. And we're going to leave behind the Buccaneer. We'll pick up the Freelancer. Hopefully it's still there. Fingers crossed. If not, I might just have to teleport back to Fort Olisar. Let's see, I need to slow down a little quicker than I did last time. We'll try at 20 kilometers. Slow down. Okay, looks like I made it this time. Unfortunately... Oh, is there no ship down there? I don't see my Freelancer down there. Or do I? That's not a Freelancer. Let's see, I left it. There's the door there. Yeah, the Freelancer despawned on me. Well, that sucks. Oh. You know what? Just so this doesn't get boring, I'm going to cheese it and teleport back to Port Olisar. This is going to be the quickest way to get back into the swing of things. All right, then we will just log right back in. We'll wake up at our bunk in Port Olisar, and we'll just do a claim on the Freelancer. That way, we'll get back into the game a little quicker. Prime example, though, of how the biggest enemy to cargo hauling at the moment is the random disconnect. Zero problem with pirates, zero problems with other players. little bit of a problem with myself running into the dark surface of a planet. Just need to remember to slow down soon enough, not be in such a rush. So, a little cheesy to teleport like that, but oh well.
Welcome to the Port Oligar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
Yep, stored, placeholder, yeah, whatever. Claim it. Pay fee. Alright, so we got 7 minutes. You know what, let's just go to Levski real quick. I'm kind of curious if I still have access to this Hornet. It says 2. I upgraded the Hornet to the Freelancer earlier today through the ship upgrade. But it seems like I still have the Hornet somehow. So I'm just going to take the Hornet to Levski, and then I will spawn the Freelancer at Levski. That way we can just do a nice big profitable cargo haul right off the bat there. Because it'll probably take me... I can't imagine it'll take me 7 minutes to get there, but we'll find out. So we'll take this over. We'll go to Levski. We'll just get a nice big fat load of Laranite, and that'll knock a nice big chunk out of our million Alpha UEC goal here. That should get me up to, oh, I'd say 700, maybe 750,000, depending on how the prices are doing. I'm making about, what, 30? Oh, where's my flight ready? Come on. Right there. Whoops, too far. Delabar will go there.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
Because Levski has no shortage of wonderful cargo.
Quantum drive is now on. Stop.
Oh, it's pulling me out of quantum travel already. What's going on is the ship will start shaking violently like this when you get pulled out of quantum travel for a random encounter. The thing is, though, if you're not interested in doing that, well, let's see, I just targeted him. I should just be able to go right back to that. Set as destination. There we go. Looks like I am getting attacked, but that's no big deal. You just hit your afterburners, leave them behind, and continue. So that's another thing. Interdiction is a little weak right now. But that was a random encounter right there. It's happening again. That's the only thing you have to worry about is the cooldown, but I mean with secondary afterburner, I can't see having, if you don't want to be in a fight, I can't see being an issue, unless maybe they have an EMP.
Quantum drive is now on.
Alright, let's see if we actually make it this time. Because we're not interested in fighting. Oh, another one. I did not have this many issues in the Freelancer. I wonder if it's because it sees, oh, this guy's in a Hornet. Let's give him something to fight. But I don't want to fight right now because fighting's expensive. It's bad for business. I just want to run cargo right now. I'll fight after I get to 1 million Alpha UEC.
Quantum drive is now on.
Alright, hopefully we make it the rest of the way here. It'd be a little ridiculous if we got stopped 4 times. Looks like we're gonna make it.
Quantum drive is now off.
And looks like Delamar is rotated around enough that Levski is on the close side again. So we will get there in short order. At least those random encounters maybe wore down the clock a little bit, so that we'll immediately be able to get the Freelancer spawned once we get to Levski. Now I don't have a Constellation, or better yet a Caterpillar, but if you have purchased a Caterpillar, once you get your bankroll up enough, you could probably make at least 500,000 Alpha UEC off of just one run, depending on how kind of stock they have at these places. Have to look up maybe next time we're doing a longer run, look up what the cargo capacity of a Caterpillar is. Because for the Freelancer it's 66. So that's what, 66,000 individual units that you're hauling in one go. Alright, let me concentrate on landing here.
Deployed.
Well, there we go. One hangar all ready to go.
Looks like Hangar 1 will be our landing pad today. And we will get back on track in short order. Right back to hauling cargo, which was the point of this video. But that server disconnect kind of threw a little wrench into our plan. That's okay. Fortunately, it disconnected me before I had my ship all loaded up with a whole bunch of valuable cargo.
Takeoff complete.
Touchdown! Landing complete.
Maybe. Come on, ship. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and spawn our Freelancer here, and we will load it up with Laranite. Hopefully the price has gone down a little bit. It was getting... I think I was reducing their stock a bit, because it started out around 30-something Alpha UEC. Last time I think it was 42, so it's been going up gradually in price. And it's been selling for about 70. So a profit of about 30 per unit. So whatever, 66,000 times 30, 6 times 3 is 18. So should be making a roughly 200,000 alpha UEC of profit per run at the last going rate. So we should be up to at least 700,000 alpha UEC after this run, if the server is nice and does not disconnect us. If it disconnects us, that's going to be really bad, because that's going to put a major dent in our quest to get 1 million alpha UEC. So here we are at the terminals. Wait, maybe I need to spawn the ship first. That'd probably help if I told that the ship was here. I sure hope I don't have to port Olisar. Freelancer, here we are. Retrieve.
There. Should be waiting for you in the hangar.
Hangar 3, okay. Now let's load it up. So I started out with just the 5,000 alpha UEC that everyone else started out with the other day. Right now I'm up to 551,000. So let's see, Laranite, looks like the price has gone down a little bit. We will fully load with Laranite, so 259,000 alpha UEC worth. So that's about half our bankroll, little under half our bankroll. So if the server decides to disconnect us now, that will be a major dapper. Right, I guess it can disconnect us now because I haven't taken off yet. As long as you haven't taken off, your ship should still be right where you left it. Not sure why the ship is in here diagonally, but okay. We will go ahead and inspect our cargo real quick. And there it all is. "66 crates of Laranite. Fully loaded, triple stacked, and ready to go." So let's see here. We're going to close the doors. We're going to get flight ready. We're going to ask our friendly controller to open the door for us and plot a course to Port Olisar. Come on, select Port Olisar. There we go. Okay, looks like the landing bay is open.
Launch sequence complete.
Just kind of straighten out here a little bit.
Landing gear up.
Oops. Whoa. Almost completely inverted there. Alright. Throttle, and we're blasting out of here. little bit of luck, we will be 3/4 of the way to our goal of 1 million alpha UEC by the end of the stream. Let's see, was it about 7,500 when that disappears? Yep. And here we go. Oh boy, looks like I'm getting interdicted again. No problem. We will just continue on. Usually, this is fairly new where I'm getting interdicted a lot. Like, usually, I just, it's a straight shot, go straight there, no problems. Alright, fortunately, we just had one guy try to ruin our day.
Quantum travel complete.
Come on. There we go. The last thing we have to do is just land.
Landing gear down.
That's weird how it wants to do that. And then it set my throttle up. I'm gonna have to report that bug because that's an annoying bug. When you go into the armistice zone, it likes to set your throttle for you for some reason. It's kind of annoying. Alright, landing control. Contact them.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay. Vessel exceeds.
Sounded like they weren't sure if they wanted to give me a landing pad or not. Thud. Thank you for flying Ryanair.
Have a pleasant stay.
There we go. Now that we're safely landed, they can go ahead and disconnect us now. The ship is registered at Port Olisar, and we should be good to sell our full load. Now, I suppose it is possible a griefer could ram the ship and blow it up. It's been kind of hard to do that this alpha. It seems to want to teleport you inside when you do that, but hopefully that won't be the case.
Welcome to the Port Olisar shipyard. Please press the screen to continue.
Freelancer sell. Hopefully we're still getting a good price. 72. So I think we spent about 250,000. We're selling it for 478,000. So that's about 250,000 alpha UEC profit off of, what was that? Maybe a 5-minute run. And there we are, 250,000 alpha UEC.
Welcome to the Port Oligar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
So now the question is, let's see. I still have 3 hours. So I could just go to Levski and finish off the 1,000,000 and call it a stream and start doing other things. Yeah, maybe I'll do, because no one wants to watch like a 3-hour long stream. So let's just finish this off. One more cargo run, probably one more. Might be one more and some change. We'll see. If I can just square up just right to, come on. There we go. So I'll say one more cargo run to Levski. We should be at 1,000,000 or really darn close to 1,000,000. If we're not at 1,000,000, it's going to take like just a really small amount to get us there. Fright Letty.
Hello. How can MISC help you today?
Set a course for Levski. Well, to Delamar really, but Levski is at Delamar.
Launch sequence complete.
Take off.
Landing
Gear up. Spin around. Try not to run into the ring. And away we go.
Engaged.
Now, I was told earlier that you can make about 15 UEC, maybe 30 UEC profit selling diamonds from Grim Hex. But I'm not sure that I can reliably find Grim Hex at the moment. You know, is it just this one guy? RSI. You know what? We're gonna fight him. We got time. And I don't have a hot load of cargo. So we're gonna fight him. If I can find him again. Where is he? There we are. Oh wait, there's 2 ships there. Mike Renequist, and not sure what that is. It's not telling me. Let's see if we can take him out. Unfortunately, the Freelancer comes defaulted with ballistic weapons, so I may run out of ammo before I take him out. But we'll try this. There's no cargo riding on this right now, so... Wait, why am I not... There. Come on. Where's my... There it is. Wow. That got him. Where's his buddy? He barely even put up a... He didn't put up a fight, really. Alright, what's this? Another Aurora? Alright. So this is gonna be a quick fight. At least this guy's putting up a fight. Yep, he's damaged. He's smoking. What do you mean friendly? He was red. Alright, no other targets. Thought I saw some debris somewhere. I know in privateer cargo, or if you blew up a pirate, usually they drop some sort of cargo. I kind of lost sight of where his debris went, so if I could have still saw that. Actually, let me go to external view, see if I can notice anything. In privateer pirates would drop cargo when you blew them up. Let's back up here. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything out there. What would make it easier is in privateer cargo that was dropped would also show up on radar. Doesn't look like that's in the game yet. Would have been interesting to see if they did drop some cargo, but we will continue on our merry way here. Well, the guns on the Freelancer are pretty impressive. I had issues fighting with the Freelancer earlier, but that was back when the frame rate was garbage. Now that the frame rate's actually decent.
Quantum travel complete.
Of course, I say decent. I'm only getting 20 right now, but I did also come up on Delmar. Delamar or Daymar. I don't know why they have two moons named very similarly things in the same system. But here we go. After this run, we should be really darn close to 1 million alpha UEC. I mean, if not 1 million, just a few tens of thousands shy. I am affecting the market a little bit at a time. I can't imagine if I had a Caterpillar, if I loaded that thing up. In fact, maybe once I land at Levski, I'm going to look up the Caterpillar real quick and see what kind of cargo capacity it has. And we'll do a quick calculation of what kind of profit you can expect to make. But I think I bought the Laranite around 40, sold it around 72. So that's about 30 profit. So per container, that's 3,000 per container. It's a good amount. I mean, running cargo right now is definitely the way to go. And I really hope they fix that witchy radar. Like you can't see anything. So we'll just come in inverted.
There we go. One hang-up all ready to go.
Landing gear down.
Looks like they're putting us right here. Thud. Thank you for flying northwest.
And done. Welcome to Let's Ski.
Now, what I imagine they're probably going to do, I mean, right now there's a huge price difference between here and Port Olisar. If they're going to want to make cargo hauling long distances make sense, they're really going to have to average out the prices so that if I were to haul this to Port Olisar, I'd make very little profit, but maybe if I was to haul it to Microtech, then I'd make a nice big profit, and it would make more sense to do to take the time to do the long distance hauling. Because right now, it's not taking long, as we see right here, to get up to 1 million alpha UEC. And now, unfortunately, you can't buy ships right now inside the game, and we have no idea what ships are going to cost once the game goes like actually released. So I don't know how quickly we'd build up to being able to purchase a newer, bigger ship. And the next logical step from this would be maybe to purchase a Constellation, or even a Caterpillar, or a Hull C once it comes out, and just really do a lot. Now also, in the grand scheme of things, the Freelancer is smaller, so I'd imagine you might run it to, if you did have a Hull C, Levski might not have enough product for you to completely load up, especially if there's a bunch of players all doing cargo runs at the same time. Freelancer, the Laren, ooh, it has gone up in price, so 46, selling it for 72, probably 70. Well, looks like we won't make our goal this time. Excuse me, but it'll be close. We'll see if we make our million. Right now, alright, so 769,606, down to a little under 500,000, and as long as the game does not disconnect us between here and Port Olisar, we should be good. Which hangar did I land in? I should have paid attention. Was it hangar? Looked like it was hangar 4. Hangar 4. You have chosen wisely. So we'll take this load to Port Olisar, depending on how much more we have. I'll probably do another run to a little cargo outpost on one of the other moons to round out our 1 million alpha UEC. Where'd the door go? There it is. The ship's so smooth and shiny. No, they're definitely going to have to average out the prices in this system, or boost up the quest rewards. Because, of course, not knowing how much ships are going to cost, it's hard to know how the whole economy is going to feel, ultimately. Alright, here we go, back to PO. Doors are opening. Engines on.
Launch sequence complete. Landing gear up.
Gear up. Pulled up too much again. Did that last time too.
See you again one day.
See ya. Alright, so once we get our altitude up to 7.5 kilometers, we will be ready to hit our quantum drive and make it to Port Olisar. If we get interdicted, I'm just going to continue on. This is a hot load of cargo. We got 300 Alpha UEC tied up in this particular load, so we want as little chance as possible of getting disconnected. I'm not worried about fighting. I'm not worried about other players. I'm not even worried about griefers. I am worried about disconnects because so far I've lost 2 loads of cargo now to disconnects. Now, fortunately, the first one was a small load, and the second one was a partial load. I haven't lost any of these big juicy loads just yet. And hopefully we're not going to start here. So it looks like we're not going to get interdicted this time. So it's a nice straight shot to Port Olisar.
Quantum travel complete.
Oops. I did not want to do that. Sorry. I didn't see a crime stat pop up, so...
Landing gear down.
It would have been a great way to mess myself up, get a crime stat, and shoot out of Port Olisar right at the last minute.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Here we go. So it's going to have us land there. Okay, let's try to avoid this this penguin here. What is the penguin? Is that the Avenger? I think it's the Avenger. Let's see, center up a little bit. There we go.
Landing successful.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Okay, safely landed. Let's see how close we are to 1 million Alpha UEC. We should be... We're definitely in the 900,000 range. Come on. If we are in the 1 million mark, then Christmas has come early at Port Olisar. And I'll buy everyone a round of drinks at the bar that Port Olisar does not have. I'll buy everybody a bowl of Big Bennies. And some pips. Pips and Big Bennies. That sounds good, huh? Alright, so for 71... Oops, gotta select it.
Something I can help you with.
We are not at 1 million.
Sit it down.
We are at 9... This guy's getting upset. This is 932,987 Alpha UEC. I think one more load from somewhere. And we will be at our goal of 1 million Alpha UEC.
Checked in.
Welcome to the Port Oligar ship deck.
So let's see here. Where should we go before our last load? If anyone has any serious suggestions, I will go there and try to pick it up. Now, it's not. I'm not gonna go to the Cove Lake shipping hub and try to load up cargo from there because that'll take forever. But any one of the moons. I've already done Levski. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion if I go to Levski again, we'll be there. But let's go somewhere more interesting. Let's just get into our ship in the first place. Let's see here. We tried selling. Let's try selling again. Maybe we'll be successful this time around. So let's see. We gotta go to the Cryastro to get around this big ball of fart. Did I just say that? Alright, we'll just warp right out of space dock here. To heck with Starfleet regulations, we're just gonna full impulse right out of the spaceport. Even though Starfleet regulations recommend thrusters only when piloting in spaceport. To Selin. Set as destination. And away we go. I went to that one mining outpost. That looked a little futzy, so we'll try a different one here. The hydro farms, they have junk food and distilled spirits. Not much profit to be made there. I went to Tram and Myers Mining. Is there any other mining outpost here? Nope. Okay, I guess we'll go to the mining outpost here then. I definitely don't think we're going to make the... Well, let's see here. If I make 5 Alpha UEC, that's 500 per pallet. Yeah, it'd only be about 15,000. That is nowhere near as much as we need. Tram and Myers Mining, still in the dark, so I may crash into the surface again. It's okay, we usually just bounce. While we're doing that, let's see here. Let's pull this up real quick. See if I can find out how much SCU let's see. All right, hopefully I can do this quickly enough. It's gonna be transport, manufacturer, Drake. Where's Drake? Drake. Still got some time. Caterpillar, here we are. View specs. Technical overview. Specs, and it has 576 as the cargo capacity for the Drake Caterpillar. So 576, and you can have 1,000 units per SCU, or 1,100. So 576 times 100 would be 57,600. So basically 57,600 times whatever your profit margin is. So if you have a profit margin of 10, then that'd be 500,000 alpha. So yeah, you could easily make 1 million alpha UEC off one load in a Caterpillar, providing Levski sells or has enough cargo for you to fully load it up. I think once we get 20 kilometers away, I'm going to hit the brakes here. There we go. Looks like we're going to make it this time. No bouncy bouncy this time. Looks like I could have waited off till about 15 kilometers and probably have been good. Of course, I don't want to press it too close. Try not to land on that rock this time around. Thud. Alright, so let's just buy everything this outpost has and see if we make it all the way to 1 million. Watch us be 1 UEC short. So this is where we crashed last time. Hopefully that does not happen this time. No, not south by. For the freelancer. Agricium, they got 8. For a total transaction cost of 21,000, okay. I think we're gonna make it. we have at least 50,000 tied up in this, then we should easily make the profit margin we need. So we'll round it out with... Oh, looks like I've filled it up all the way. I think we're going to have enough. But there's exactly one way to find out. We are not in the armistice zone here, so as long as another player doesn't show up and decide to blow the ship up, we should be good. Which I have not had that happen yet. Now we're flight ready. Shields are coming online. Gear is up. We should be free and clear as long as we do not get a disconnect. Alright, so to get back to Port Olisar, of course we have to take a detour via Cryastro, so we'll do that. If I can remember to hit the set destination button. We will slowly nose over so we don't red out. And here we go, what should be our last cargo run of the night. Million Alpha UEC using a freelancer. Come on, don't bug out on me now. There we go. There's PO.
Quantum travel engaged.
36,734, 33, 32.
Quantum travel complete.
Us land today.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
There we are.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Alright, we are free and clear. Now all we have to do is just go to the terminal and sell our cargo. Let's see how it looks back there. We got crystalline stuff. We got some compressed gas cylinders. Well, we're just all full of gas. Close up the ship so no one steals it before I can sell the stuff. Like in Alpha 2.6, I was up to a little over 100,000 Alpha UEC just doing the ICC missions because that was about the most fun thing to do other than just fighting other people. And so in one day's worth, and really I haven't been playing all day, just a few hours here, and already up to 1 million. So sell. From the freelancer, we'll start with the cheapest stuff. So let's see here, the barrel. Sell barrel. We are at 909,000. Now we'll sell the acetine. Ooh, it's going to be close. $955,000. It all comes down to this. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Ooh, not quite. One more run and we'll have it. 976,907 Alpha UEC. So one more little run and we'll easily have it. But we will get there. I think it should be very obvious with the amount that I'm getting that we will get there. I'd be surprised if this next load doesn't get us there. I'm tempted to go to one of those agriculture places, but I really don't think I'll make anywhere near enough if I do that. I want to make about 5 UEC per SCU there, and that's just not enough. So let's end it with Daymar. Daymar, yep, there we are. Daymar.
Launch sequence complete. Landing gear up. Caution. Front collision. Quantum travel engaged.
So here we go to Daymar to round out our excursion here. Now let's see here. I don't think I've done the Shubin mining facility. I think the other one I've done is the ArcCorp mining area. I think I did cruder ore. So let's go ahead and do the Shubin mining facility. Do that, let's see, 800 away, that's only 100 away, 800 looks like it's going to be a little too far. So we are going to the Shubin mining facility. If anyone has just joined us, we are on our way to 1 million alpha UEC. We should have it with this last load here. Currently, I am at 976,907 alpha UEC, so I need less than 25,000 more. And that will easily be doable with a freelancer and a mining facility. But right now, definitely no reason to do missions if your goal is to get alpha UEC. Now, to maximize fun, what I would recommend doing is running some cargo between Levski and Port Olisar. The most profitable thing you can run is the Laranite. Just get as much of it as you can afford. Just be aware that the biggest issue you might have is the random server disconnect. Pirates aren't a problem, players aren't a problem. The only way I've lost cargo so far is through server disconnects. So you might want to leave a buffer. Maybe don't put all your alpha UEC into purchasing something unless you're feeling lucky. But you should very quickly be able to get enough alpha UEC scrapped together so that you can purchase whatever armor, whatever weapons, whatever utility things you might desire. And once you have that, then you can just start having fun just doing missions. You're not going to make you're going to make a pittance. I mean, you're going to make pocket change off mission rewards compared to just running straight cargo. Even if you only have a couple SCE of cargo capacity, you're going to make a lot more running cargo. All right, even off one SCU, that's 100 units that you buy. If you can make a profit of 30 alpha UEC off of 100 units, that's 3,000 alpha UEC off one run, just off one SCU worth of cargo. So it really makes no sense to try to make money off of missions unless you just do not have a ship that has any sort of cargo capacity. But I'm pretty sure both the starter ships do have at least one, if not two, SCUs of cargo capacity. Levski is definitely the quickest place to go because it's a nice small little planetoid. It's nice and quick to get to Levski. These places it takes a little bit longer because they're generally further away and the orbital markers don't get you as close as you might like to where you need to get to. So we'll go ahead and enjoy some of the beautiful Star Citizen scenery here. Not sure that we're going to see Crusader anywhere. I think we had to kind of fly around. Oh, there it is. I guess we will see Crusader. I'll start coming in at a steeper angle. As we do our final cargo run. And here we are. Guess I could have took the frames counter off, but alright, should I push it? Push for 15 kilometers before I slow down? No, already slowing down. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. There we go. I really hope they fix that horrible radar glitch they got going on.
Landing gear down.
I'm pretty sure this place wants you to request a landing pad. I got a crime stat at one of these once. Why did my HUD not go away when this came up? Now these places will usually have several places you can go into. If you're interested in cargo, look for the one that looks like it has a bunch of cargo containers around it, because that is the one that has the cargo kiosk. Looks like we are in an armistice zone, and I think there's the cargo containers right there.
Landing successful.
And here we are. Our last cargo run of the day, unless somebody came here with a freaking Starfarer and purchased everything they have. Come on. Oh, you're really gonna make me click. Let's see here. Where is it? There it is. Still a little clunky. Ah, this is where I spawned that gray cat and lost my Reliant. Oops. Oh, whoops, it's 0 to get rid of that. There we go. Let's see. They got diamonds. We'll make it off diamonds. Oh yeah. We'll have it just off diamonds alone. Let's see. We'll make a little bit of profit off of fluorine. And that probably maximizes our cargo space. Yep. So you can chat this guy up.
What can I do for you?
How's it going?
I don't know. Same as any other day, I guess. Bye.
So we've got it. We've for sure got it. As long as we don't get disconnected, we have 1 million alpha UEC. On day 2 of the Alpha 3.0 live release. Could have had it on day 1, but I was tired. Needed to go to bed. So here we go. Find good old PO. Hopefully it's not on the other side of the planet or something crazy like that.
Launch sequence complete. Landing gear up.
Should be right there. Should be able to get there fairly quick. Not sure what the upper limit of the atmosphere is on this planet. I'll have all that memorized eventually through experience. I guess about 15 kilometers up. Nope. 20? 25? 30? There we go.
Quantum travel engaged.
Not free and clear yet. The game can still disconnect us. Boy, I came in low. I hate how it resets your freaking speed when you go into the armistice zone.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
There we are. I heard someone power up. I was a little worried he was going to run into me, but fortunately he was paying attention, unlike some people like me.
Landing successful.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant
There
stay.
we go. Now we are free and clear. All we have to do now is the formalities, do the paperwork, do the transfer.
Welcome to the Port Oligar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
Shoot, we may even have it right off the fluorine. Let's see here. Nope, not off the fluorine. So we are at 972,922. Then we sell our diamonds. Oh yeah. And there we are. 1,020,176 Alpha UEC in the live release of Alpha 3.0. So our mission's accomplished here. We have 1 million Alpha UEC and we have more than enough to do whatever we want, because you can't buy ships in the game yet. Also, it's bragging rights, but there it is. And one day you can make, well, not even a day. I probably started playing around 5 hours. So in 5 hours you can make 1 million Alpha UEC if you have a freelancer at your disposal. Nav app scale to have a little solar system instead of the big. I'll have to see that. I know I was experimenting around with that, but I'll have to experiment with that later. But thanks for that tip. Glad you enjoyed the stream. So just to keep it all in one nice big ribbon, I'll end it here and say Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope you're all with your families. I hope to be with my family next year. But hope you have a good time. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the verse.